Hey, the Thabreakmasta here, and this is gonna be my Naruto SD Rocket League Springtime of Youth Episode 5 review. Yeah, this is a good episode. I'm gonna go by parts. So I'm gonna start with part one, which was Konohamaru getting training from Rocket League, and so he wanted to get some training from Rocket League because he had this tuning test thing, well, not tuning test, but he had to do a physical fight test and stuff like that. So he's like, I need some help with my trainings, you know, and he wanted to go train with Rock Lee since he's, you know, when it comes to physical fighting, he's the best compared to, like, you know, ninjutsus, you know, like, you know, taijutsu kind of fighting. And so he agreed to help him, and Naruto was there and stuff. So Naruto's like, yeah, I want to help too. And so then Naruto ends up doing his sexy jutsu and stuff, and really affected Rock Lee because he turned into Sakura. And he's like, you know, he's made Sakura's chest look bigger and everything. And then Rock Lee's like, oh my god, oh! And Konohamaru was like, hey, you made her chest look bigger. He's like, yeah, I want to do it better for the illusion. And then all of a sudden, Sakura comes from behind, like, what the heck is going on here? And he punches all three of them. And yeah, then Konohamaru's like, well, you made me do manly jutsu to you, which was Sasuke. He turned into Sasuke, and then, you know, with a towel, basically, just basically naked. And she's like, yeah. She's like, well, hey, you know, it was for a different purpose. And so then he's like, oh yeah, sexy, manly man jutsu. And he ends up turning into a freaking guy. And then his towel falls off too. And it's like, look at all manly and crap. And then yeah, that made Sakura run away from that. And so he went through a lot of trials and tribulations with the training. A lot of funny stuff happened with the training. Rock Lee doing like a spin ball thing that's like a Sengon, and then he did it again with his eyebrows pointing at like a jutsu. He made his like 8 gates made like his eyebrows really thick and big and stuff. So it made like a vortex ball and smack Konohamaru away. And so then we end up finding out that Konohamaru was scared to even go through this test because everyone's saying it's gonna be very difficult and he's not sure if he can believe in himself and any of that. And he's talking to Rock Lee here. You know how a guy is, and he's all saying, never give up. If you can't believe in oneself, you already failed. You know, you gotta make sure you believe in yourself. It's like this guy since has always been telling me this from since whenever, and he always been telling me this. If you can't believe in yourself, then how are you gonna be able to succeed in anything? You know, believe in yourself and do what you can. And so that was life lesson, the moral of the story there. And so they're about to go do the test and everything, right? And so they open the door, and we have seen Guy, and Guy's like, hey, you guys are here, and he's like, what's going on here, Rock Lee? And he's like, no, you know, it's not really doing a physical fight test, we're doing body fat test, yeah. And then I think the towels fell off everyone, and then Rock Lee's like, oh my god. And so then yeah, he just runs away, and it was a horrific scene. Everyone was all showing the crap, but yeah. So it wasn't really a fight test or anything like that. And so that was the first part of the episode. So second part, here we go. Okay, part 2 of Rock Lee Springtime of Youth. This one was actually the physical exam, but not necessarily actually a physical. It was actually in a chakra like physical exam. People put their chakra in this little container, and they test your chakra to see if your chakra is okay and if you're okay and everything like that. And so Naruto, he's poured a whole bunch of chakra in his thing, and you know everyone was putting chakra in there. And if you, as you know, Rock Lee can't use chakra, so you know he couldn't do it. So it was that was a problem. Also, he also had a problem with the whole exam thingy, for the fact that he didn't have his right pair of underwear on. He didn't get the shower the day before because he likes to shower before a physical exam. And so you know he didn't get the shower, and he didn't have his right pair of underwear on. And so he made this whole Cinderella story about his underwear, which is actually pretty funny. You should see it if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it, you'll see. You know what I'm talking about. It was stupid. Like, how do you run home with no underwear? Yeah, but yeah. So he made a super story, and Tindy's like, what kind of dumb story is that? And so guys are coming in there, and he's like, I got the next best thing besides, you know, some underwear. And it was this, you know, the little Japanese underwear thingy where it kind of you see their butt cheeks, and it has like, but it covers their, you know, their area. It's a white thing. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but yeah. So they were wearing that basically, and so they got the little physical exams. Freaking, oh god, the Byakugan getting used here in this show. The Byakugan is like used so dumb. It's just so stupid. The Byakugan test. They had to do this seeing test, like, you know, see how good your seeing is. So he hit their sight, and so he ends up doing the Byakugan from like a very far distance. First, he actually did the Byakugan through the girls' wall to see their letters or their their positions, and so they're saying up, down, left, right, and stuff. And so then he's like, oh no, the Bianca one is over there, and so he ends up looking over there and he ends up getting it right and everything, which is it's funny. That's funny. So that was all going on, and so towards the end of the episode, as we went through the whole lot of hijinks and funny stuff, so you should, if you've seen the episode, you should see it. It's like a lot of the stuff is really funny. The second part's actually probably funnier than the first part, actually. I would have to say. And so so just winding down, we end up seeing these random ninjas. I don't even know what village they're from. They have like these dots on their headbands. And so they wanted to get the chakra and sell the chakra, all that chakra that the kids compiled up. So they wanted to get all the chakra. And so it's like, the chakra's mine. And so they're gonna go. And then Rock Lee and Konami was like, hey, let's go. We gotta do this. We gotta show your training, how everything fruitions. And so they did the Rasengan, which basically was the spinning ball thingy that Rock Lee did in the first part of the episode. So yeah, he did the whole the spinning thing. And Konohamaru knows how to do it too. So he did it. And then Naruto threw him like a Rasengan. And so he threw him, and then he ended up hitting those two rogue ninjas, or where those ninjas were, getting all the chakra back. But the problem is he got the chakra back and put it all together in like one big poop. That's what it looked like. So it's like one big massive poop that was just on the ground. So there's a bunch of just chakra there. And so they couldn't test it anymore. So now they made a rule to where you can only spill only a teaspoon of your chakra into the container, because that was not a good idea. So yeah. That's basically the episode. If it seemed like a little off, I forgot. I know I'm pretty sure I forgot a lot of things, but I try to wind it down as much as I can. I didn't want to make it too long. My head's hurting right now. But leave a comment below and tell me what you think of the episode. I personally think the first part of the episode, the second part of the episode was actually pretty funny in the first part. But it was like I said, it's a good episode, very funny. So yeah, leave a comment below, tell me what you think. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel for some more Naruto SD Rock Lee Springtime Youth reviews. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmasta, and until then, break out.